What's going on YouTube? Crypto Matrix here, coming at you with another cryptocurrency stream. And guys, as we speak, the Bitcoin price right now is basically breaking right through the 200 on the 4-hour, guys. It's an extremely bullish sign. I want to show you guys exactly what I found in the patterns, which could yield a new potential breakout. And guys, as you know, we just had this massive breakout out of the inverse head and shoulders, which we've been waiting for many days. Will we actually reach the target all the way up here, or are we going to get rejected right now and fold over, guys? We have a lot to go over today. If you're not subscribed yet, definitely smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, and guys, I'm going to dive right into the price action. And if you haven't signed up using my links, you can save up to over $7,000 in bonuses just by using all of these links right here. And be sure to follow me on each of my social platforms. I do crypto-related information that is pertinent, time-sensitive, on each platform that you guys just can't miss. Okay guys, so as you can see right here, we are clearly breaking through the 200 right now on the 4-hour, but let's jump over to another chart and check out some other indications. Okay, so we go to the daily and we are working to retest the 55. Okay, and we do have a lot of patterns which are playing out right now, so let me just talk about a few things that I found. So for starts, there could be what I would see as a triple bottom here. For instance, this right here. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie guys, this would be a really good sign if we are getting that breakout right there right now. Okay, and we could actually see a retest of the 55. And guys, just in simplicity, if we break it back above the daily here, that's an extremely bullish sign. And like I've been saying, the $42,000 level is extremely important, along with the $29,000 level down here. Okay, so I think this move that is coming is just going to be the one that decides the next several months. And I think, in all honesty, we're going to retest this area pretty soon. And basically, if we get rejected by the 200, we will continue to go down. But we are kind of breaking through that right now. So we're going to retest the 55. It looks like we are breaking out of this pattern right now. And we even have some smaller patterns that are playing out. Let me jump over to the smaller time frames to talk about that. Okay guys, so we're on the 1 hour now. I just want to show you all the patterns within patterns that we had which broke out. And yes, there's a few more right here, but I didn't just do them all here, guys. I can even show you there's a little double bottom right here. Okay, they're all over the place. Patterns all over the place. Bunch of pennants right here, guys. They're all over. Okay. But let's just talk about the recent ones right here. So out of this, we had a horizontal triangle, which broke down, nice small target, formed a wedge, and double bottom or W formation. Out of the breakout, which was a solid trifecta in combination with volume, we had a massive pump up, guys. And then we just measurement from right here to right here. And as I said in my last video, guys, if we break out with this pattern right here, we will be breaking out of this pattern. And guys, that's exactly what happened. What do I say about target measurements? Okay, so for instance, the size of the pattern is extremely relevant to its target. So for instance, this pattern's about 9 days long, so I'm projecting the target to be around 9 days out, just for simplicity, guys. You know, that is my projection there. Okay, and the target would clearly be from the point of resistance to the lowest point in the wick. And that's what I was saying, guys, this is a massive move. Okay, so with this move right here, I'm gonna make this green and just pull this on screen, and we're talking a $44,000 Bitcoin. So if we do that, we're pumping up above that $42,000 level, guys, and that is an extremely good sign. And if we just continue with the volume here, for instance, see the volume moving average moving up right there, we will continue to maybe hit our target right around here. Okay, guys, and that's actually what I'm projecting, unless we get negative volume. For instance, we go right down here and see, for instance, opposing volume coming into the market, and then we will get many patterns within patterns, which will show us that that's the direction we're going. But let me show you guys exactly what I found in the smaller patterns, which could yield us a new potential breakout within the next few hours. Okay, so let me zoom in here. So we do have a very clear as day horizontal triangle right here. And it's very interesting to think about, because it could also be an ascending. So for instance, you know, we do have a touch right there, and we are, you know, touching right there. We could really tighten it up. But something I've noticed is a little bit of volatility lately. So, you know, maybe it could end up something like this. Okay, we could end up having a nice wick up and then a bounce down. But for now, I would like to leave it right here. Okay, So let's just see how this bouncing goes here. Let's see where we get the breakout. But guys, just in simplicity with patterns, if we break the support here, I'll be looking for a short. If we break the resistance, I'll be looking for a long. And other things that I'll be looking for is another potential pattern to form out. So for instance, we could be getting a head and shoulders right here. Okay, could form a shoulder if this breaks down, for instance, out of this pattern and then kind of forms sideways. That's something else that could form. Okay. That's what I'm trying to talk about, guys. There's so many potential patterns. You really have to weigh out what looks best. You know, for instance, this could be a wedge in itself here. Okay, there could be several things. Okay, this is what's just jumping out at me right now, for instance. Okay, so for instance, there's many different ways you can approach this trade coming up. But for you guys, I would say take the breakout out of this medium pattern and play your patterns within patterns. For instance, cross the road, start on bigger time frames, work to the smaller time frames to get a full understanding of when you can make that trade actually happen for yourself, whether long or short. But understand, guys, when you're taking plays, there's three types of plays. Okay, let's just use this as an example. There's the breakout play, which will either happen at the resistance or the support. Okay, but let's just use the resistance as an example. So breakout play, your indication play, which will come right here, and your pattern play, which kind of just happened. Okay, so for instance, you could have taken the pattern play here or the pattern play here. Technically, I guess you could have taken it here as well. I don't like to take it at this first spot or this second spot. Okay, it's too aggressive and you can usually end up getting in a negative position quickly that way. I've learned to take off of the retracements the third, fourth, or fifth touch. Okay, so for instance, this touch doesn't always happen though, so that's why I was going to say the second actually. But we did have a touch there, so in this instance, you wouldn't take that one. Obviously, this is the breakout of a new pattern. You could play that to the upside and take profit right there. And then some people do an aggressive short here just for transparency. That's not something I like to do because you don't know how far that breakout will really go. All you can really do is go straight down and watch for volume. And if volume comes into the market in an opposing way, that's kind of how you know when to close your trade. And again, start on the bigger time frames, work down to the smaller ones so you can really catch that volume coming in. Okay, that's how you make that actually happen. But remember your three types of trade: the breakout, the indication, and the pattern play. Okay, guys, and in order of easiest to hardest, I would go breakout, indication, pattern play all day. And guys, real quick, I wanted to talk about AMP, which is just having a massive move. Geez, what was it the other day in Zion? I was telling guys to take some small profits around 0.075. And my gosh, guys, we're even pumping even higher right now. These are just amazing times in cryptocurrency. Even just measured from the back to the point of breakout, I mean, my gosh, guys, that is why I took some profit right there. We hit our target, but look at this, just a massive pump right out of it. Almost hitting, my gosh, almost hitting 10 cents up there. That is just incredible, guys. AMP is, like I said, AMP is just on the verge of some real change. They are going to make some real gains this year. And my gosh, we're going to be looking at this coin maybe even less than a year from now at 50 cents or more, I believe. So watch for the coin economics to play out properly for this project. But my gosh, guys, we do have a good thing going right now. For instance, when we held the legacy line and started to push away from it, that is the best of signs right now. And this is all-time highs for AMP, guys. So for instance, if you're a bag holder, just for transparency, it is time to take some small profits. Hear what I said there: small profits. For instance, say like you put $5,000 in back, you know, at 0.02, you know, you're up 400%, you at least get your money out. You know, ride the free coin, okay? That way it feels so good in case there's a big retracement or a big pullback. You nip profits, you never lose that way. I suggest you always approach things like that, guys. But just in simplicity, what I'm looking at in AMP here is just for a new pattern to form out. But as you can see, guys, we're just getting pennant after pennant and just pumping right now. We have to wait for something to form out before we can, for instance, dive in on this or think to take any form of trade. Wait for a pattern to form out. And for instance, watch for something, you know, like a double top to form out, you know, an inverse head and shoulders, you know. Watch for, you know, maybe a wedge to form out and then some bouncing and consolidation. That religiously happens, guys. What happens almost every time there's big volume spikes? Then there is a decrease in volume and then another big move. Okay, guys, that happens all the time. Okay, so watch for that kind of stuff. That's how you know a breakout's coming or an indication play is coming. You'll notice that decrease in volume right prior to the move. Okay. But again, guys, that's what I'm looking at AMP. Definitely be appropriating your bags accordingly there. And guys, I wanted to talk about Electronium quick. This is my first time looking at this today, so let me see what we're working with here. And guys, we're still working down this wedge, okay? We can loosen this up just a little bit, call this some oversold territory, overbought territory. This breakout has not happened yet, and it was interesting because when it was right here, yeah, it was a breakout of these patterns for sure, 100%. But we never hit the target out of this big one. For instance, it would have been all the way up here somewhere. Okay, so we still have a big breakout, and as this consolidates down, the size of the pattern increases. Okay, so for instance, wedge theory, okay, measurement is back here, okay, then to the point of breakout. So say like we broke out right here, okay, we'd still only be retesting these areas. So as this pattern gets bigger, the target projection will be bigger, and wedge theory does become slightly irrelevant in some senses. Okay, so use your patterns within patterns to know when this breakout is coming, and obviously a nice little wedge right there. So let me draw that for you. You guys get the idea. You know, we are kind of rolling over and over here, and guys, it's one of those things that until Bitcoin gets a real solid recovery, this coin will dump, just like a lot of the majority of the other alts. Let's be real here, guys. Only a few coins are having some good pumps right now, and the rest are taking a little bit of hits. But as you guys can see, we did have some good buyers, some good volume, big volume spikes in the last few days. Let's see if that brings a little bit more volatility into the market and volume and pushes this coin to get this breakout to the upside. And guys, let's be real here. We have a lot of work to do to get back up on trend, which is, my gosh, it's so far up at this point. Okay, we have a lot of work to do. It's so far off the page, and we're all the way up here. Okay, so we have a massive reversal necessary, okay, to actually get this back on track at this point, guys. And like I said, you know, I'm still holding my bags. I did take small profit towards the bump trend. Again, small profit, guys. Small profit. I'm planning to hold this long term. I plan to never sell my Electronium until it's, you know, over 20 cents, 50 cents, $1. Okay, I plan to hold it for long term. And I really much so believe in this coin and the project, and I think they're doing a lot of good things in the space. So that's why I believe in it so much, guys. But as we said about these descending wedges, we don't know how far down they will go. So this could be going for a while, but the bigger this goes, the bigger the breakout will be. So keep your eyes open for that. Play your bags accordingly. And in simplicity, we break this resistance. Look for a position, okay, in combination with volume. And that's all the time I have for today, guys. These are wild times in cryptocurrency, and my gosh, Zion is having even better times, guys. I cannot stress enough. The success rate among the group is just impressive, guys. I am blown away by how well you guys are doing. Congratulations on discovering your financial freedom through my program, guys. I could not be happier with the success. And guys, if you're not getting this feeling that I'm putting off right now with trading, my gosh, do yourself a service and reach out to us for our service, and we will be happy to help you. My gosh, guys, it's something you just have to experience. I've had people come to me from trade schools which have dropped out and are now making a lot of money in my program. The reality is the strategies I'm onto are just working, and when you replicate someone who's doing it every single day, my gosh, it just becomes a reality for you. And that's the best feeling. Making money should be fun. And guys, I've made this website just so simple for you guys. You can make a payment through PayPal. It tells you all about the course. You can make an account so you know when your appointments are, and you can book your appointments right on the website right here. It's super simple, and I have all of my socials, guys. I literally give pertinent crypto-related information on all of my socials, you know, my Facebook, Twitter, everything. I finally got the laser eyes going. That's awesome. I'm excited about that. But and then, guys, when you make a payment, just send the confirmation, and guys, you'll be in Zion before you know it, and the group itself is just incredible. I cannot stress enough, when you're around a bunch of like-minded individuals all striving for the same goal, it's just a amazing, thriving environment, and that's why our absorption rate is so good. That's why the group is doing so well, guys. It's just something you have to experience for yourself. So if you really want to discover your financial freedom, reach out to us today and get started. And guys, just remember, if you don't come from a rich family must come from you. I am Crypto Matrix. I'll catch you guys later.
Audio Jungle.